back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another manga chapter review. This is going to be on The Quiz, which is a manga that I've been reviewing chapter by chapter. This is the last video, the final chapter, chapter 10, guys. So far, so good. I'm going to give a few warnings before I begin. One, there is a spoiler warning. Two, if you haven't seen my other videos, go watch them. I have 1 through 9 in my channel. And then 3, if you have any suggestions for what I should be reviewing next, then leave it in the comment section below. Okay, The Quiz is, gosh, I did not like the last chapter. So, Chapter 9, we're left off with Shuda, the main character, and his spouse beating him up with a hammer. She wants to win. She wants to survive. And the 10th chapter starts that way. She's still beating him with a hammer. And he finally knocks out, but he actually doesn't die. And his spouse answers the question and says, I know who the last survivor is, that's me. And the announcer says, no, the correct answer was you and Shuda. And she looks at Shuda and he's still kind of moving. And she dies? She becomes dust? I'm not really sure. Well, I know now why, but they finally give the big reveal. He wakes up and he starts walking with the announcer, and the announcer explains to him that this is actually a test. And he explains that there's this company called Seagull that oversees the internet, and they need like the best of the best in their company. And then he explains that thousands upon thousands of people apply to be part of this company, and you know they have to have some sort of way to test them. So they decided to create this test, this quiz, or this test full of quizzes that would test them in extreme circumstances, because they want the elite people to work for them. They don't want crazy people to work for them. So they create this exam specifically for Shuda and the other 9 people that died. So Shuda asked the question that everyone's wondering at this point is, so you killed 9 people just to prove that I'm the best. And he finally reveals the plot twist that no, in fact, we're all clones and you're a clone too. Seagull apparently created all these characters that are real people, and the announcer, and they're all actual just characters, and they don't really do anything other than they're meant to test the subjects. That's why they didn't really know who to call. There was some comments like, what you do to my head at the beginning of the series. So a lot of stuff that they kind of tie it to, and that's really it. The announcer tells them, you know, we're gonna tell you the real you that you've won, but you'll do a good worker if you're able to break up with your girlfriend. And that's how the series ends. They shoot back at the real them, and they start kissing each other, and Shuda tells his spouse, thank you for being at my side, encouraged me to do this, and I'm never gonna leave you. Now, I'm not really sure if they told him that, you know, she's cheating or what, but that's a real crappy ending. I was not tied in emotionally to him, because each chapter was focused on the person that was gonna die that chapter, which how some survival manga is set up that way, but they have a lot more chapters. This one only had 10 chapters, so they expected me out of maybe 3 chapters for me to be attached to this guy, and they expect me to really care at the end of the series. I didn't really care for what was gonna happen with him. First of all, the whole clone thing was a slap in the face. That's kind of like waking up and it was all a dream. So because of that, I'm gonna lower it from a 6.5 to a 5.5. You know, the quizzes were not too bad. The whole interaction between the characters were not too bad. It was just a whole slap in the face like, oh, we're all clones and we're not real. It's just a test, a concept that we've created. It just didn't really go by with me really well. So, out of 10, 5.5 is what my final verdict on this series. If you want to comment in the comment section below. If you agree, you can. If you don't, you also comment. Also, if you have any suggestions of what I should be reviewing next, let me know. These first next few weeks, they're gonna be busy. The season is finishing, and then we'll have a new season that's starting up. So we'll have a lot of first impressions coming up pretty soon in a few days. So thank you so much for all the love and support, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share, and do all that fun stuff. And again, like always, don't be strange.